Enforcement Agency. As you may be aware, yesterday the LDA held a major press conference here where they announced that today, November 11, 2025, they will carry out a brainy exercise of some of the, or not some of the drugs, but all of the drugs that were actually confiscated by the LDA in the period of 3 months. So today we are here before the headquarters of the LDA to bring you a live coverage. Already from within, the guys are loading the warehouse of the LDA and getting on board the confiscated drugs on the truck here. And later on, we will be moving over to the Disco Hill community where the drugs are going to be burned and destroyed. My name is Ayesindiba. I'm here with my colleague Damowa Fufana. So yesterday, during their press statement, the LDA officer in charge, Honorable Fejara TM, 178 suspects or drug traffickers and dealers were actually forwarded to court during the period of 2 months. And according to the agency, marijuana and kush remain the most commonly consumed drugs in Mosurado County, while tramadol, marijuana, and kush are amongst the most widely used substances in Leeward counties in Liberia. So on yesterday, the breakdown of 178 suspects who are currently being arraigned in court were actually announced. 113 of that number are all Liberians, while 17 of the number are Guineans, 1 Nigerian, 6 Ivorian nationals, and 3 Sierra Leoneans. So the LDA put the total estimated street value of the drugs confiscated during the period to 40,671,401.50 cents, equivalent to approximately 218,700.85 United States dollars. So here today, briefly, we are going to be going in here to show you how the guys are removing the confiscated drugs from the warehouse of the LDA and getting them on board the truck. And then later on, we'll move over to the Disco Hill where the drugs are going to be burned. So follow us as we bring you this live coverage from the headquarters of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. So as you can see here, this is the cargo truck of the LDA, or if you may, operational truck. And this is where the guys are putting the drugs that were actually confiscated during the period of 2 months. So they are actually getting it off the warehouse and bringing it to the truck here where the folks are actually getting on board. So if you look here, you see some of the drugs are actually being placed on the truck. And then from this point, you want to move in here to the warehouse where the drugs were actually stored, and they are making it visible to the public, because one thing is the issue of transparency in all that we do matters. So the LDA over time have said we are going to have the presence of the media to see exactly what we are doing here. So it is an open exercise to the media as the LDA. I remember this vehicle somewhere in Nima County. The last time the LDA confiscated drugs, the driver of this vehicle was actually on the radar that day. So vividly I can recall. But let's see if we can.
So just as the court calls for it, because what happens is that we tend to avoid the issue of not having the evidences, and then the court need it. When the court requests the evidence, because the trial jury, you might have some cases that will be has to do with indictment, and so the jury want to be convinced. Prosecution will have to convince or the court of these evidences that are in the possession of prosecution, so they have to be presented in court once the court calls. So this is why you see it's being labeled, and so it's being kept separately, and then you see the label on it as the case is pending. So until that is done, then we inform the public. But these were cases that we came and met, and basically, as I said, we are concerned of our stewardship at the time.
So that was the voice of the Deputy LDA Director for Operation, Honorable Patrick Komazu.
Also, our source is going to be burned as well. Take that to
where the LDA is expected to shortly destroy, or if you may burn, a huge quantity of drugs confiscated in the period of 2 months.
There are many others out there who wanted to do same, but it's not being given an opportunity. So it's an opportunity to, it's an opportunity for me to serve my people.
So how important do you and your team?
I can tell you that we are very robust and fully aligned. This exercise or this process is going to be continuous, and we're going to have it sustained.
Are you going to apply the same force you had in the
Yeah, force of caution. So we force with observance of rights of people and observance of all due processes of people. So
so my name is Eric Kwai from West Point TV. I'd like to stress specifically, what are some of the layers you put down to be able to work directly with communities?
Oh, we are involved with our community engagements. We have the community prevention team here that we work closely, coordinatively with, to ensure that we have programs of community of needs. So we are involved with communities, and we're going to continuously work along with the community while we build intelligence.
I think community safety also is a major issue. Many of the times we will have these kinds of reports. We begin targets of most of the drug dealers. What are some of the measures and some of us will report your activities in community people.
That's why we keep in contact with our partners. We consider you guys as partners in the fight, in our job, and so we keep constant contact so as to ensure that we are aware of happenings with you as partners. Yeah, so we go through the other projects. After me, as far as the road. As you can see, this there's a slip of there. And we have this cartoon of tramadol that was confiscated from the Bullwater side, found within the bag of the slipper. So it came as though it was slipper bag, but our intelligence had it that there was something else in it, and so we were able to make arrests of them. And so as you can see them here, these are tramadol. These are cartoons.
So, like we said, there are huge consignment of drugs that were confiscated by the LDA, and this is a sample of the tramadol. So we are here in the building which
And so we have the ticket out there. Where's the investigator?
So the team will have to, and I see some of the drugs here are being labeled as per the counties they were confiscated.
Nothing is in here. These were came along with the slippers, and so we were arrested, and so we have to confiscate everything and have it brought here. These are shoes. So the person was traveling along with these things, and so for further the person was arrested, we have to take seizure of everything. So the investigator, so you have to give an insight of the cases like the ones from Waterson that were arrested and they're being brought here. They are yet, the matter state before, but we have evidence. Some of them have to leave here for presentation. Yeah.
The case file.
Okay. Yeah. So. But, but some will have to stay for the court presentation. Yeah. So as you can see, these are empty suitcases. So these were arrested along with the stuff. So we have to confiscate everything. These are empty bags. Yeah. No, you saw the sea. You get
So folks, we are here bringing you this live coverage. As you may be aware, today, November 11th, is a day set aside by the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency to
of marijuana that was arrested from District 17, and so we're going to be taking them as well, and some pieces of it will stay here for court process, as you may be aware, and so yeah. So you'll take them now. That's how we get them. No, we have the few here. So
the folks will now begin carrying out the confiscated drugs to have them on board the truck. This is LNTV live from the headquarters of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. Huge consignment of drugs over the period of 2 months were confiscated by the LDA.
So we have control of substances that have been arrested from the counties. We have instituted a team headed by the chief of Leeward, the officer who controls all of the counties, to ensure that she goes out to the Leeward counties every month to collect all of those drugs or substances that have been arrested during the course of the month. So every month she goes and she gather all of those substances arrested within the counties and have it brought to central headquarters and have it stored to the storage, so as to have proper accountability and supervision of those substances that have been arrested in the Leeward.
So, I mean, one major concern is the quantity that have been arrested by you people. There are some concerns. Well, I mean, what is the space in time that you guys have worked to have all of this?
We actually started operating from September, from the 1st of September to present. And so we have made, the information given you yesterday was based upon the arrest made from September to present. But there are more because there were some that were here before we came. So all of those substances, as you saw in the warehouse, there will also be burned. So the amount that was given you, the figure given you, was even less than the actual figure that was going to be burned, because we were specifically concerned of the ones that we arrested during our stewardship. Yeah. So you take them.
We got to take the drugs off.
So folks, there's going to be LDA headquarters where you can have a clear up picture of the folks taking the drugs out from their temporary storage facility and having them onboard the truck. So you see, folks, getting on board the confiscated drugs, a very huge quantity. Very huge quantity of drugs. A total of 178 drug dealers, according to the LDA, are being arranged before the court. So you can stick with this broadcast, because from here we will be moving over to the Disco Hill community along the Broward International Airport Highway, where the drugs So yesterday during their press conference, it was announced that between September and October of this year, the LDE sum of the number of 178 suspected drug traffickers and dealers who were forwarded to court during the 2-month period. And according to the agency, marijuana and kush remain the most commonly consumed drugs and most fragmented, while tramadol, marijuana, and kush are amongst the most widely used substances in legal counties in Liberia. The LDA further revealed that the arrests were made across all 15 political subdivisions of Liberia. Of the 100 suspects, the LDA said 55 are females, while 123 are males. And they also did a breakdown of the nationality of the folks, which brought the total number of 113 Liberians who were actually arrested for illegal possession of narcotics substances and drug-related activities. 17 Guineans were also arrested or being arraigned in court. 1 Nigerian, 6 Ivorians, and 3 Sierra Leoneans, summing the number up to 178. And the LDA put the total estimated street value of all drugs the LDA put the total estimated street value of all drugs confiscated during the period to 40,671,401.50 Liberian dollars, which equivalent to approximately US 218,790.85, and the seized substances include 395 grams of cocaine, 147.6 grams of heroin, 5,124 grams of kush, 4,127 kilograms of marijuana, and 111,378 tramadol pills. So additionally, the agency reported that 6 vehicles, including a patrol tanker, as well as 10 bags were impounded. 2 horses are also being held by the LDA pending the outcome of ongoing court proceedings. The suspects involved in the drug-related offenses range in age from 18 to 70 years old. So we will hear.
Please come slow. Step up on the O2. Yeah, chief.
So we have fun.
We got jungle chief. We have another vehicle that will take you guys to the site, but we won't let the media to ride with the truck. Yeah. So after we be going to the site, and we're gonna be doing some testing of each of those substances there. We will not test all. As you're going to see, we're going to test it by categories. And so you guys going to be there. The lab technician will be there to make sure to do the testing in the glare of the public. No, so that they can see where we're taking them, and so that they can know that they are in charge of the substances on board for transparency's sake. You got another vehicle that will also take your other colleagues along, but basically we will need you guys riding along with the truck. Yeah, a few persons can ride with the truck.
So, as a way of making this entire drug issue open and transparent, the LDA have said the media should
Okay, listen up now. I think it's just good that the media excuse me. Let me take mine. Get better.
You ride people.
So folks, we are on board the truck conveying the confiscated drugs for what the LDA term as transparency. So because of transparency, they have asked the media to get on board the truck so that folks can have an appreciable understanding of how the drugs were actually taken from the headquarters of the LDA. So it's going to be a day long. It's going to be a day long exercise by the LDA because the quantity of drugs here are very huge. They are very huge. So
You all right?
So stick and still with us, folks. Once you have a bag, a book bag, you are disallowed from riding this vehicle. So you will either choose leaving the bag behind because the LDA is very cognizant of the fact that the processes and confiscating drugs see the officer in charge of the So folks, we are on board the cargo truck of the LDA, what you may refer to as a drunko truck, conveying the confiscated drugs over the period of 2 months by the LDA. And we are making our way to the Disco Hill community, where the LDA will usually burn or destroy confiscated drugs. So it's a huge number. It's a huge number for the record. Even folks who have worked here for a long period of time now are even surprised of the quantity of drugs being confiscated by the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, the LDA. So I'm on this team with my colleague Damo Afufana, journalist. I on board one of the LDA vehicles ahead of this truck, while some journalists, including myself, are riding along with
I don't say nothing here, so
carrying the confiscated drug. So officers of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency are also on board this truck conveying the confiscated drug seized by the LDA over the period of 2 months. So it's a huge convoy, as you can already see ahead of us.
Yeah, plenty.
It's a huge convoy.
Yeah, you keep all of them, you go. Huh? Let me see my photo. Why is that go? My family was on it. Don't be here. I yet think you're Tiens! You alright?
So we've been told that this is going to be a day-long exercise carried out by the LDA. LDA making great gains and strives in the fight against drugs in Liberia. As they will burn or destroy huge quantity of drugs.
Hello. Get to your location. Oh, okay. You think I for the when just. One hour now. Hey, what's it? I told you the four six. Just the link went again. It's still small. It's still small. Coming back, I don't go going on 1 hour. Coming back.
To the disbelief of some Liberians, this is a very huge number of drugs. And you see the children there are rejoicing. So if you just joined this broadcast, we would love to say thanks for joining us. It's a live coverage from the headquarters of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency to the Disco Hill community, where the LDA is expected to shortly burn all the straw. Let's get that box. For a period of 2 months. Safety of drugs in that world. Yeah, that's all there is. making a brief stop here in front of the Era supermarket to have the team properly arranged and that the vehicles can move in unison. But this is going to be a day-long exercise. That I can assure you. It's going to be a day-long exercise. The processes involved in burning or destroying these substances. It's a whole ceremony. The guys at the LDA are well versed.
I go set the I don't set.
Officer in charge at the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency, DCP Fejara Biago, is driving directly behind this truck, making sure that all is in tight. Just past the former headquarters of the opposition CDC in Congo Town and fast approaching the Catley Junction. We are having a long ride. Having a long ride from Fiama straight to Disco Hill, and in my giving and this is as a result of the speed of the vehicle. We are on board the LDA's operational truck. And making our way through the Disco Hill. The Disco Hill community where the drugs are going to be burned. To the disbelief of many Liberians, the quantity of drugs on display is very huge, and you get to have an appreciable level of understanding when we arrived at the site in Maigibi County, that is the Disco Hill community. But in front of this camera is the vehicle of the Deputy Commissioner of Police and the officer in charge of the Drug Enforcement Agency. DCP Fijara TM Yako. We also have the Deputy for Operation at the LDA, DCP Patrick Komasu. So it's a tag team. It's a tag team, and the LDA is leaving no stone unturned in the fight against drugs and illicit substances across the country. So stick still with us on this broadcast. I have with me my colleague Damoa Fafana.
And I think you just spoke of the quantity of drugs. So just few months back, in June of this year, on the 26th, when the LDA were celebrating the World Drug Day, and on that day, it was the same activity that I'm seeing here today. There were huge quantity of drugs that were uploaded on the same truck, and it was taken to the Disco Hill also for it to be destroyed. And that day, the drugs that were burned, destroyed on that day were includes of marijuana, the cocaine, the coach, tramadol, and those drugs were seized from all across the country. I mean, the counties were included where these drugs were seized from. And from the headquarters of the LDA, they upload those drugs on the truck and also ride on the same road to Disco Hill in Marshall, where during the Ebola time, victims of Ebola were buried. And there is the same activity that is taken here. And the trucks that were burned worth $4 million United States dollars of illicit drugs. So for people who may not know that the officers of the LDA are not working, if you look back from that day, the demonstration that were taken on that day was very, very much excellent. That can tell the Liberian people that LDA are really working to stop the high rates of drug imported in the country. So we are here today. Today is November 11, and again, these people are about to do the same demonstration that was just as it was done on the 26th of June. And so we are here to bring you this live coverage. Keep following us. And just to let you know that what I learned from the director that day was, if the drugs are seized from the dealer, they are not just going to be destroyed. They have a process, and the process is the drugs are seized and they will take it to the court to prove that there was a substance that were arrested by this or these individuals that is not good for the country. So the drugs will be tested, and after it is tested, it proves that this substance is not good to be imported in country, and then it will be given to the LDA officers and they will take it to their headquarters. They have a huge storeroom that these drugs are kept, and they choose a particular day, same as today, to destroy all of the drugs that have been arrested by the dealers. And that is it. These drugs will be taken to Disco Hill, and one at a time they will unbox these substances. After unboxing, they will build a huge tire around the drugs, and also the gas will be wasted on these substances, and then they will light fire on it, and you'll see the fire will be blazing, and then all of these activity will be shown to you today as we go on with this broadcast. So as my colleague Ayasin just said, that today is a long day and we are coming live from Congo Town now. We are in Congo Town. I'm sorry, we are in SKD now. We just passed the Samuel Kayando Sports Complex, and we just left from the headquarters of the LDA from Fiama, and we are on the SKD Boulevard, going all the way to the Disco Hill on Marshall Road, where the LDA officers and their boss will be destroying this huge quantity of illicit drugs that were arrested by them from the dealers. So as we all know that few months back, Liberians all across the country stood up to peacefully protest against drugs in the country that is destroying our youths, our brothers, sisters. You see them all in the ghettos. They are not going to school. So this is the hard work of the LDA. To post up to the bricks. Keep following us. We are around the ELWA. This is the ELWA right here now. Going as far as Marshall, where the trucks are in the truck will be offloaded to be burnt. The breeze, because we are in the truck, the breeze, you hear the sound of the breeze. Over $4 million United States dollars worth of trucks were burned by the LDA just in June. And these trucks that they are carrying right now is from September to October. Going to be destroyed as well. This is LNTV. If you are just joining us, the government is using all its power to post up to these drugs being imported in the country, to stop selling these drugs to the youths. So many means that the government is trying to make Liberia better for everyone in a healthy way. truck is moving so fast. If you've been sitting there and thinking that the LGDA are just gathering these drugs to be resold in the market, you will see for yourself today how they are going to demonstrate the destruction of these drugs that have been seized by them. Trucks, they'll put all together, build a huge tire all around them, put gas and light fire. I saw that on World celebrating World Drug Day in June of this year. So you are going to see exactly we are already on the highway. so many individuals, not just the youth. As we all know that domestic violence mostly are caused by the drugs that some of the couples that take in, and after taking in this substance that not good for the human body, there where you see the unsettlement of them, the reaction in the homes against the children. And some of these young men, women that take in these drugs may not concentrate on their education, especially after taking in a substance that would make you confused. You go sit in class, it become a problem for the teachers, because as the teacher teaching, you are naive to yourself to know how to control yourself in class. If you're taking something that is not good for you, that will not be able to make you a man, and then you become that father that will see your daughter as your wife, and sometimes you see your wife as a drum where you just wake up anytime and beat on. So this is what government is really working so hard to put in place the high rates of drug importation in the country. And the LDA are working in line with the government to make sure that all the bad records of drug importation in the country can be reduced. Citizens as well, we need to work together to work with these officers. You are bringing in a business that will destroy all our family members, and you think it is good because you are making high end. All those 5,000, 54,000 United States dollars, some of these drugs worth, you can use that finance, huge amount of finance to build schools. You can put in some business that will help to employ youths on the street instead of destroying the future of these young people. So we'll move further. If you're just joining us, it is LNTV. We are coming to you live. We are now in Boston, where around the gathering. And this is the LDA. LDA carrying a huge amount of seized trucks to the Tisco Hill, where they are all going to be destroyed, they are going to be burned. So if you're just joining us, this is the activity that is taken by the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency. And LNTV, we are bringing you live as we move. So keep following us. These huge quantity of trucks were seized from September to October. I mean November.
Shopping. I want to be careful. Yeah, they don't want to shop it on about. You know, it's live on your. No, you cancel.
Huh?
Give me here. But you have 4. Got it now. Small. If I small, that is small. You're full of it. You get me here? Oh, then be careful, yeah? It's flying, so yeah, be careful.
So we are in a truck with the drugs, and there are some
You know the iron more stronger than my phone.
iron down here to, I think it's for the condom pill. It's trying to slide down, and they are trying to help to put it in place. As the Director General of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency is right behind the truck that is loaded with trucks that will be oh, be careful.
Actually, called Seton. We have a Seton here. Yeah, I didn't go on a Seton. Baba Tine. And the church in Seton. No, that means I drive you. The men are driving, they're going to follow. Yeah.
Keep following us. So I'm here with my colleague Ayesin, and we have just fully enter Magibi County. We are still going towards the site where all these chalk will be burnt by the LDA. You can see the director himself is part of this activity here. Director of Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. Fully part of the process here today.
Joe is a liar. Kilo steal, kilo. But you look like kilo steal.
Hey.
You got that power.
Telling you, sit down, happy.
I don't have this.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Woo.
Folks.
Wow.
We've experienced a tire punch up. The truck conveying the drugs. So this is the situation here. But we are just like 2 minutes away from the Disco Hill Junction.
away from the specific area that they usually bring the truck, and then the truck that is the entire community of the so the officer in charge here.
Well, no.
We're going to ride as it is. Just continue to watch us.
Let's go, help me up. Give me a hand. Put your foot
Continue to watch. We're going to move on these tires. So this is the convoy. We show you the tire. We have to get back on board.
So, folks, we are just a stone throw away from the Disco Hill community.
That is carrying the total quantity of the drug. The one that we are in here, as you can see, is at first.
So the quantity of drugs is very huge. So the best medium to convey these substances is the truck that is already conveying the drugs. But unfortunately for us, we have a tire pawn shop. One of the tires of this truck, but this is Disco Hill already. So we are already here. As usual, vehicles are not exempt from experiencing breakdown mechanical problems. So we do apologize for the shakes being experienced in this broadcast. It's as a result of a vehicle we are on board. Normally, the LDA folks will refer to this truck as Satan because it's always carrying unwanted goods. So this is Disco Hill, folks. And in the next 30 seconds, we will branch off the main road to the right. So we just left the Roberts International Airport main route, and this is the Disco Hill. This is the Disco Hill community. So despite the situation being experienced with one of the tires which burst, the LDA is making all efforts and making sure that this truck can arrive at the site safely, and this is why you will want to agree with me that the presence of the media is necessary on trip of such, because you don't want to be implicated into any misinformation. Especially when we have the LDE as the statutory body cloth with the responsibilities of arresting suspected drugs dealers, confiscating drugs.
With the leadership of the LTE. Yes, we continue to see challenges.
So see the children are happy, school going kids,
As the life continues, we're going to notice some bounces because of the fact of the road that we are on. The car is riding over less than the amount of tire that we normally ride on. And we are here also to remove transparency.
It's a long convo.
So we are riding on the truck and the truck is out. One of the last guys from the 7 or 8 years now.
A long convo.
To be the show that there is no cloud. None of us are doing that. Let's sit on the truck and see. We are now the all of the trucks that we want to be burned so we can safely sit in the public. Right now, as we speak, the media is in charge of all of the drugs, over $40 billion worth of drug, over $280,000 United States dollars in information. And the Liberia National Television has Liberia Premier platform also here on this show with us. And we host another independent media institution. We are all on the show together.
All the paid for, so another program coming happy again.
Yeah.
The media is in charge of over $40 billion worth of drug. And we can safely say that almost just continue to watch it. No matter what, we'll give you the information on this road photo, road polish, road photo. The road is very bad. The truck is riding on less than a fire. One tire has spawned totally burst, left the road, and we are riding on the green. This is our determined men of the LTV, men and women of the LTV, and someone encouraged to ensure that we do not stop, we get to our destination, no matter what has happened. So, yeah, sorry, we took everything to, as you can see, these are the drugs, and we're on the truck here with the truck. Friendship in the Tower Hill community. So continue to follow us. See all of the cars that make up the convoy and also behind us here. And the 700 the officer in charge himself of our Fitzgerald here in Diablo is in the front. It's the one leading this entire operation. In fact, it is his idea that if we are stopping at the one, even if all of the tires burst, we will not stop until we get to the destination because we can't afford this time. So this is a bigger challenge for this because we're not on the right amount of tire. It's a very major challenge on the road. You can see the mud on the road. But all indications until we are about to reach maybe the quantity of illicit drug in this car. We are about to reach on this road. We are about to reach. We do better. So,
Joey is a liar.
At the mud, holding, at the mud, at the mud. At the mud.
So the mud here on his road is holding. So this truck that carries all of the drugs that is also called the Saturn. That's it. So gradually, then we're making it. And yes, we're going.
All right.
Okay. And so the LG encourage this to watch yourself.
Hey, man, go, man. No.
As you can see, one of us can be balanced here.
Go.
One of us can be balanced easily.
Go.
And we are here.
Go.
This is the little thing. It's really happening.
Yeah, go.
Wherever you're watching from, this is West Play TV.
I want to get my food.
It's challenging.
Why would I take about food?
Go.
Yeah, thank you, Adolphus Mota Flomos, for following.
Go.
Very interesting, but risky journey here today on this truck here.
From September 1 to November 11th, the confiscated over $1 and yes, we can say this year we've done it.
Get it.
We can say this year we have done it. We too were here with the LDA. We too were here with the LDA. And LDA officers are heaping praises on the driver of this truck. The man who was slow that out, get out. Slow that out, get out. Slow that out, get out.
Folks, this is a very interesting journey here. I've never experienced such a terrifying journey on the media coverage. But kudos to the driver. Kudos to the driver. My colleague Damo Afafana is still on board.
Check it, copy it.
No, wait. You say something before now. Don't stop there. See you right here. Sit down. Never be the same.
We're gonna be calling on. They can't roll a rocket heavy.
I've been a fool. I've been a fool.
So folks, we say thanks for being there as we manage our way on this terrifying road leading to the place or the site where the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, the LDA, is about to bring a very huge quantity of confiscated drugs during a period of 2 months. So this is the famous Disco Hill site where the victims of the Ebola crisis were cremated.
Okay.
So we are here and about to bring you the ceremony. I see officers from the Armed Forces of Liberia are also here as well. And this is the famous truck referred to as Devil by folks from the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. And yes, this is the tire that brushed along the road while coming here. But the driver of this truck was very instrumental in making sure that he can reach his final destination. So it's a tight team here comprising of folks from the Armed Forces of Liberia, the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, and folks from the Ministry of Justice as well, and the civil society group talking about the head of CEO, the Center for the Exchange of Intellectual Opinion. So we will bring this broadcast to a closure, and then we will resume when all is said and done for the final we've been told that this is going to take a whole day. It's going to be an exercise that will see us providing coverage here for the rest of the day. But we managed to have started this broadcast from the headquarters of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, the LDA, in Fiama. And now we are here.
Say, tell me all right, we're gonna carry all that. The map all right, yeah, too much. Yeah, all right, play all right. Yeah.
No, in it, in it.
Hey, on the job? Yeah, I uploading iron.
So already you have tires. And these tires will serve as catalysts to exacerbate the burning of the drugs here. Over 100 tires. So where exactly should the drugs be burned? It's what the folks are grappling on. They will want to find a suitable place for the burning of the drugs.
Sheriff, you wait for all. Papa, we're not going for that.
Some player, they come, you can't tell me somebody say you control it. You can't do it. No, you can't do it. Therefore, you have a politician.
I say,
no.
Sheriff, wait for me. Wait for me. Yeah, this small tire, you can't be on the ground.
Put it bed down.
Yeah, put it better. Yeah, but we talk to the people that start parking tire.
The people, they pay for envy. Why they told us?
Yes.
I want you to hear.
When they hear, they play.
Y'all bring the tire.
Yeah, but the one
Chief, well, we put it on fire. We got to be staying there. We can't be in the
Yeah, water, I was saying. Because I'll be standing there. I won't bring it here.
Okay, brother. Thinking now.
That's what I was saying. We'll be staying there.
You see what down there? When someone go down there, they're here all right. We tell you today, everybody want to be talking. No, it's all right. All right. They say you want to be somebody. It's still all right, yeah? I'm not getting caught now. Oh, no, no. Oh, can't go up on what is in the day.
How you doing?
Yeah. So the folks will assemble the tiles and they will properly arrange them, because this is where the drugs are going to be placed and will later be burned. And as usual, the folks will go around the circle of tiles to stir the drugs upon the lighting of fire. So this is a day-long exercise.
Yeah, I'm taking it that way.
So wherever you're watching from, we are along the Rivers International Airport Highway, specifically the Disco Hill community. And the Disco Hill is famous to the cremation of victims of the Ebola and the coronavirus outbreak in Liberia. So this site is being managed by the National Public Health Institute of Liberia, NFIL. So folks, I will have to take a break. So folks, this broadcast, which we started from the headquarters of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, has brought us here to the Disco Hill community, where we are currently. And if you see here, see the folks from the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, the LDA, they are assembling the tiles where they will have the drugs placed for branding. So it's going to be a time-consuming exercise. So we will want to take a brief out because the temperature here is very hot. And then as soon as all is set for the official ceremony from this site, where the drugs will be subsequently burned, we will resume our broadcast. But we can say to you that the drugs were brought here safely, despite of the bursting of one of the tires from the truck that was conveying the drugs here. the driver managed to bring the drugs here safely, and the folks are about now assembling tires to have the drugs burned or destroyed. So thanks for watching, and keep tuned to this channel, the National Television Service of the Liberia Broadcasting System. Here with my colleague Damoa Fufana, and my name is Ayesi.